In another video, we created an example project. When creating that project, we added a title and some instructions that the student would see in the online classroom. What if you had wanted to add a reference to those instructions? Well, in this video, we'll do exactly that. There are three types of reference. You can add a file, a link, or a graphic. A file could be, in this case, an example book report that the student could use as the basis for their work. A link might point the student to a relevant website that could help them to produce their report. The graphic would be a picture of some sort. For example, it may be an illustration from an early edition of the book being studied. In this example, we will create a link. So firstly, you can see we are signed on as a designer. The designer will click on the blue links, which will take us to the link screen. Currently, no links are associated with this project, so let's create one by clicking on the add icon, and we will keep it simple. We will call this link Google, and we'll add the Google website as the URL address. So we've now added a link to the project. Returning to the content page, we can now click on the instructions text in order to edit it. Now, in order to add this reference, this link, you need to ensure that the cursor is flashing exactly where you wish to insert it. So let's add some text and then add the link as part of it. See how the link appears in the right column. Click on the name of the link and it's inserted into the text. And now we will save the text, and it includes a reference. Now, what does this mean? Students who take a course containing this project, when they click on the instructions, will see the word Google in blue as an active link. When they click on that active link, a new window opens that will take them to the Google website. If the reference had been a file, then the student could click on the active link, and that would open the relevant application so the student can see the file. If it had been a Word file, then Word would open. If it had been a PowerPoint presentation, then PowerPoint would open. If the reference had been a graphic, things behave a little differently, because the graphic in the classroom does not appear as an active link. The student sees the actual graphic. So if you are adding a graphic in the text, you would usually add it to its own line, so the text appears above it and text appears below it, and the graphic is positioned carefully in the text.